What's going on, Connor? What is up, dude? Missouri Pine Hopping. Old Toad. What's up, brother? What's going on, Jay? Steven. What's up, dude? Chase. Mad Matt. What's up, brother? Aaron. What's up, brother? Dude, it was an awesome race, man. And it was really cool to meet you there. That was awesome. Yeah, I got the notification on my phone that you messaged me, but I didn't have signal to open up the message. And then there you were. So that was pretty cool. That was my first race that I've ever been to. And I had to work that day, but a couple days prior, the dealership called me up, wanted to know if I wanted some tickets. And of course, I took them. So as soon as I got off work, showered, grabbed the family, and we headed over there. So it was pretty cool, though. It's been awesome to see all the races, though. Where are we at? Hey, guys, let me know. I got it on Wi-Fi. Let me know if signal's good or bad, because last time nobody said anything, and I rewatched the footage, and it was all blurry and crap. I mean, it was terrible. So let me know if the picture is good. Sometimes Wi-Fi is good, sometimes it ain't. PK, what's up? Dominic, My Top Spinner, Chris, Garrett, Ryan, Glenn. Bill, what's up? Chuck. How long live tonight? As long as you guys are chatting with me, I'll stay on all night. It don't matter to me. Bass and Bucks, what's good, brother? Just got off the lake, never got a bite until the rain was almost here. Yeah, to be honest, we've been at the park lake for the last, I don't know, 4 or 5 hours, 6 hours, and I was with my boys, of course, my wife, and then my parents, and then my sister, her husband, and her kids. And I think between all the kids, I think we caught like 100 bluegills, so it was a pretty good day. Backyard Bass, and tell you what, guys, go check out that dude right there, Backyard Bassin'. He's got a few videos on his channel. That's going to be an upcoming stud right there, man. Go check him out. What's a good bait caster reel for light baits, 8 to 5/16? It really depends, Chris, what you want to spend. That's one of the reasons I like the TCS reel, because it casts really light baits, just because the reel itself is pretty small and compact. If you want to spend a lot of money, I mean, like the Daiwa SV105, yeah, I think it's 105. Yeah, I got a few of those, and they throw light baits really well. Got SV spool in it, real shallow spool, so I mean, they're perfect for tossing light baits. But other bait casters will do that. But what I've mentioned before, it's more than just the reel. You got to have the right rod, and you got to have light enough line, and you got to match the lure weight. So again, it's more than just the reel. What's up? Picture's great so far. Cool. What's going on, Joe? Daryl, what's up, dude? Pete, I'm currently at Lake Fork. Wish me like for a double digit tomorrow. Dude, that would be awesome, man. Double digit for you, brother. I'm on a budget, 150 or less. Definitely have the rod for it. You just don't want too heavy of a reel. 150 or less. 150 or less. That's a good question. 150 or less. A lot of the reels I'm thinking of that are smaller and lightweight are definitely over 150. Tatula, I mean, you get that pretty cheap, but that's a heavier reel. Focus, please. Man, that's a tough one. That's a tough one. I don't know. I'm going to think about that. Anybody else got any suggestions for under 150 for like a finesse reel? Let me know down below. Ricky, what's up, brother? Family's doing well. I hope all is well with all you guys. Yeah, all good here, brother. Hope yours is doing well too, man. For clear water lakes, you rather throw a rattle top water or silent? Again, I don't have a ton of experience with clear water, but for top water, to be honest, I really wouldn't think it would make a big deal either way. Anything crazy to expect from ICAST release? Not that I know of. I'm kind of curious what that. I'll tell you one thing that was pretty cool. If you guys are finesse, into finesse fishing and all that, Strike King looks like they're releasing some Ned rig baits, which look pretty killer, like a little mini rage bug. I mean, it looks pretty cool. A little mini cut R worm. They look pretty cool. What's going on, Josh? Aaron, yeah, dude, I agree. I like his video so far, man. Pretty cool. Yeah, I got a couple rods. Heavy Arms, appreciate $2, buddy. You're entered in the giveaway. As soon as someone usually donates, I talk about the little giveaway. And guys, I don't ask for anyone to donate, but like I said many times before, for whatever reason, you guys started donating, so I want to give back to the ones that do donate. So I do a little giveaway for you guys. So this week for the giveaway, anyone that donates is entered in this giveaway. Vile Craws, Vile Bugs, Plasma Tails, another pack of Plasma Tails, Trick Shots from Z-Man, some Big Bite Baits Creatures, and then a couple packs of Bullet Weights and Green Pumpkin. Okay. Anyone that donates is entered in that giveaway. Just got the SLX. You know, that could be a good choice, SLX. It's nice, but not as nice as the Riva SX or Tattoo 200H, but casts real smooth. I will say, Chuck, I've only used the SLX on one day so far, but it was in the wind, and it casted really, really nice in the wind. That could be a good choice. I believe that's around $100. I think it is $100. That could be a good choice for toss and lighter baits. As long as you have the, like I said, the right rod and light enough line. Fuego, yeah, that would be a good choice. Forgot about that one as well. Loose speed spool. I'm just trying to think of a lighter weight reel. Like the first one came to mind was Tattoo CT, but again, it's got a little bit deeper spool to it. Plus, it's a bit heavier reel. Really disappointed with the Revo X. Handle keeps coming loose, pinches my thumb, and just isn't smooth even for $100. That sucks. I haven't used really any of the Revo stuff. Inception, SLX. 360 is going mega imaging. Oh, hey, guys, you know you got to check out Bass Geek, another one of my dudes right there. And Hank, dude, I'm so far behind on electronics. I don't even know what half of that stuff is, dude. I do know it looks awesome on your videos, but yeah, I'm not really up to date with all the electronics. Just tried some Biospawn Battle Craws this week and crushed some big bass on them. I'll be ordering some more. Awesome, Matt. Remember to use my code TJ81 to get 20% off biospawn.com. Or like I said, and actually I say it in a video coming up, that you can actually save more money going through Karl's actually. Revo. Less than 150. Ricky says, absolutely love my Akuma RTX 30. Ricky, he's talking about a baitcaster, brother. But yeah, the RTX 30, that's an awesome reel as well. Yes, sir. Bass Geek in the house. Thanks, guys. I've been using Abu Garcia for years. Have several Revo X. I watched some reviews on them being able to cast light baits well. Maybe I'll swap one on my lightweight rod and try it. Yeah, really, it really has to do a lot to do with the rod and line, for sure. And of course, lure weight. Quantum Accurus S3 is good finesse reel. Oh, Told, appreciate the $3, buddy. You're entered in the giveaway. C, what's up, brother? I just bought my second Tattoo 200. Love those things. Yeah, I got the 100. Daryl, appreciate the $5, buddy. You're entered in the giveaway. 13 Fishing Inception. Hello, TJ, and everyone watching. What's going on, Andrew? Ron, appreciate $2, buddy. You're entered in the giveaway. What rod socks do you use? Enjoy the videos. Majority of those are from Rod Glove, but I will say the glove, I guess it's right here. These few right here, if you guys can see those are from Calco's Fishing. They just started carrying those recently, and it's a much smaller diameter on the inside compared to the Rod Gloves, so they stay tighter on the blank. If you guys watch a video I did maybe a year ago talking about which size I like for different rods and all that, I talked about having to use some straps to keep the Rod Gloves on the rods because I've actually lost a few driving before. I don't believe that'll happen with the Calcos ones just because they're a much tighter fit to the rods. But use whatever you want. Like I said, majority of those are Rod Glove and then some from Calcos. Mr. Smiley, way too many, brother. Evening, the feed is nice and clear. You are the man. Love your videos. Much appreciated, Steve. Making you blush. Basky. That's my dude right there, man. Go check out Basky. Rewex Beast 100 reel I've used. Just got one of the Kuma TCS. Love it. TCS is the deal, man. A lot of you guys, I think just because I stopped using Dio, I went to Akuma. It was a money sponsorship type deal. I'm telling you guys, that gear is no joke. The action of those rods is really what sold me on the brand. And so once I started using the reels, it was a done deal. Paul, appreciate the $5, brother. You're entered in the giveaway. Aaron Wetzel, appreciate $20, man. You did not have to do that. Much appreciated, brother. Thank you very much. Jay, appreciate $2, buddy. You're entered in the giveaway as well. Opinion on Ardent, I got a bunch for a steel. I don't have opinion on it, buddy. I haven't used them, so I really can't say. Die 100 CT, bomb lightweight. What's going on, St. Louis Blues fan? Ronnie, what's up, brother? Went fishing for a while yesterday. Didn't catch any. Had fun anyways. That's cool. No problem, Ricky. So your bait cast I use Lose American Hero, and that Joker cast Ned Riggs a mile. I run 10-pound fluorocarbon. Yeah, I agree. It had a lot to do with lighter line, lighter baits, or lighter weight baits. Chris, appreciate $5, buddy. You're entered in the giveaway as well. Hey man, you got a Bass Pro Shop at home. I've been at this game a while, dude. Yeah, it all starts to collect after a while, right? What's the disaster? You'll see a video coming up. It won't be, I already got 2 videos this week. It'll be the following week. My wife actually did a video for me. I was actually at work all day on Saturday, and she cleaned my boat all up. When we left the lake on Friday, you guys wanted to see a rematch of me and her fishing. That video will be up on Thursday. And I got another pretty funny video coming up for you guys on Tuesday. Anyways, when we left the lake on Friday, we stayed too long on the way home, and we got hammered with rain. I mean, put it this way, after we got home, boat's been drying for a while. I think another 5 gallons of water came out of the hull. I mean, there was so much water in that boat, so the entire boat is emptied. She had to steam clean everything and trying to get all the water out. I mean, it is a disaster. I mean, there's crap everywhere, all over my table, all over my floor, all over the garage. I mean, it's pretty much a disaster. But yeah, she made a video on how she cleans everything and kind of what you should do after your boat gets caught in a storm like that. So keep a lookout for that video as well. Opinion on PC Fun. I tell you what, guys, I'm digging it. I mean, Hank, if he's still on here, he can, I'm sure he agrees with me as well. I've seen some of his reviews on the stuff. I was very hesitant about the brand in the beginning, but once I started using it, I mean, it's quality gear for the price. I mean, you really can't beat it for the price that you're paying for it. I mean, it feels really solid. I'm definitely digging the reels, liking the rod so far. I got a scale from them. You guys, have seen that I'm using other brands this year to branch out to give you guys some more options. So I got a scale from them as well, which we'll play around with. It's a smart, I guess a lower price point compared to the other scales that I'm using. The Connect scale is pretty pricey. The Boga grips that I use, that one's like $125. So I'm not even sure. I don't remember what the PC Fun scale, what it retailed, but it's cheaper than those. So that'll give you guys another option. So that's what I'm trying to do with all different brand reels, a few different brand rods and tackle and everything. So I'm trying to make it a year of kind of change to give you guys more options, because I know you guys don't always like what I'm using. So again, you have more options to, order something else. But so far, so good. I really don't have any complaints. And really, if you look at all the reviews on the PC Fun stuff, I mean, majority of it's pretty solid. Where we at? Giveaway. Oh, the giveaway. Where we at? Anyone that donates into the giveaway. What we got? Vile Craws, Vile Bugs, Plasma Tails, more Plasma Tails, Trick Shots, Big Bite Baits, little creature bait, and then 2 packs of bullet weights and green pumpkin. Okay. Where are we at? Somebody to stop the rain. No joke, dude. I mean, like I said, we were at the lake just for like the last 5-6 hours, but I mean, majority of the time we had to go underneath the pavilions because it was raining so much. So I think I've seen rain all day tomorrow. I think the rest of this week is clear then, but the following week, I think I've seen rain every day again. This is definitely the worst spring to date. Have you ever used a double plopper that is in your YouTube intro? Just a couple times. I'm not really sure I'm digging that bait. Definitely catches the wind, but I think I'd rather just use the single plopper. Normally, though, if I'm throwing top water, I mean, it's hard to get me off the Rage Toad. I really like that bait. Chuck, you have to find out, man. I'm not going to tell you. Old Michael Watts is on the lake as well, though, that day, so I'm not sure what happens. You'll have to wait and see, man. You and Watts going to do a fishing videos again soon. Hopefully there's not much waiting. Myself, Backyard Bass, and the Watts are trying to get down to Kincaid but the weather's not cooperating. I'm 2 hours away. It is away from Kincaid, but I believe with all the rain and the road closures and all that, Mike went the week before, and it took him over 3 hours to get there. So I don't think any of us are really too hip on it, like a 6 hour round trip right now. So we're kind of waiting for all that to kind of, go away. You want to see that rematch, Hank? Newton Lake is on fire. I had enough of the rain. Been out fishing anyway. Got my PB smallmouth and walleye inseam. Oh, some rainy days. That's cool. It's cool. Colt, appreciate the buck buddy. You're into the giveaway. Uh-oh, wadded fishing in the house. Were your ears ringing, Mike? As soon as we talk about you, you're on. I think the stuff is great for the price. It really surprised me. PC phone, that is. Yep, I agree, dude. Something too, man. The brand is one thing, but the people is another. Before I even started using the PC phone stuff, I've been talking with James and Jason for probably a couple of years. I got to know them before I started using the gear, so that was cool too, though. It's always nice to be actually working with somebody that you like, Yeah, I've heard of Deep Creek. Bought a $50 Kuma baitcaster on a whim. Threw it quite a bit today. Pretty impressed for the price. That's cool. Now these days, really, price really, you can get something. You get a nice equipment for a cheaper price these days. Do you know of any JDM tackle shops in Texas? I do not. Can you throw a whopper plopper on a 7-foot medium heavy fast action rod? Typically, Andrew, I like a little softer action when I'm throwing treble hook baits, but it would probably depend on the whopper plopper, because probably your medium heavy is probably going to max out at 3/4 or an ounce, and depending which one you toss, so you'll have to look at the weight restriction on the rod. What's going on, James? Swim Jig killing it, huh? Hate to piss off someone off, but it's better than casking gear. Yes, sir. I've been good, just trying to get on the water more often, but this rain won't stop. No joke, dude. Watch stop playing with Barbies with Phantoms in the live stream. Yeah, I can believe that. What's going on, Rod? Appreciate the $5, brother. You're interested in the giveaway. No, I did see, I don't know if Andy put it on Facebook or not, but he sent me a picture earlier today. I believe the lake that I guess he lives close to, it's kind of in his backyard. Not the one they usually see us fishing on. There's another lake kind of behind him. And they had like their classic fishing tournament, and I believe he won first place. So that was pretty cool. And he's a good stick, man. Hey, man, just picked up my first Iowa. It's a Regal spinning reel. What really sold me on it was the handle on it. You should check them out for some finesse gear. It is a $70 range. Okay, cool. Doug Shelton in the house. What's going on, brother? Interested in the giveaway, man. Fall asleep and made me late getting up for the live stream. Glad to see you, brother. Wadded, got to get through it. You won't melt. Northern Bastard, what's up? Shoot, man, y'all sending it out here to Arizona. We're freaking need it so bad. Bad fire down here in my favorite lake here in the state. I'm hoping to get it out so I can get back on the water. Yeah, I don't blame you, dude. Yeah, the rain here, man, it pretty much has not stopped. All spring. It's terrible. Really, and the weather is just crazy, too. We're in summer. Officially, it's summer now. I think it was summer on Friday. And when I was cruising around the lake with my wife, she had a coat on, covering up with a beach towel. It wasn't that cold out there, but it's definitely not summertime weather here. Make another match with Phantom and beat him. Beat him. Beat him once for all. Beat him once and for all. I don't know if Watts is going to beat old Phantom. Phantom's been in that co-angler seat too long, man. That dude can slow down and finesse, and that's where I struggle. I do not like to slow down at all. You're going to see a video Tuesday. It's pretty funny. You guys seem to like my last lunch break I did on my last video, so there's another episode of that in this video, which is very funny. And but I'm on the lake with my son. We must have been on there for, I don't know, 8-9 hours. That's all I'm going to say, but I hope you guys enjoy that video. Let's see here. Hey, what's up? You sure have a pile of rods. Yeah, they tend to pile up over the years, man. Wada Fishing cannot fish. He is all talk. No joke, Ronnie. No joke. And while we're talking about it, you know, we were on the lake Friday, me and my wife, and Watts was there, and he even had like an hour on us on the water because by the time I got there, and I had to rig my wife up a few rods, I had to set up 2 cameras, mics, and all that. So he was probably had an easy an hour on us. And all I can say is Mike hasn't paid his debt yet. That's all I'm going to say. Let's see here. We're going to flip trees with big old lizards that fork. That should do the trick, man. Kiss off, Blues fan. Happy fishing. I missed a bass today on a frog. It threw. It was big. Oh, it sucks, dude. I love a good top water hit. Any reason why a medium moderate fast would have a higher weight rating than a medium heavy fast? Different manufacturer. Could have to do with the length of the rod as well. Sometimes a longer rod. Well, actually, I take that back. Sometimes I've seen a shorter rod. It could be manufacturer, but typically a faster action usually has more of a weight rating. When you need a higher weight rating on a cranking rod, normally it's a longer rod. But could be manufacturer. Usually, though, a fast action rod usually has a higher rating than a mod fast. What kind of spinning setups do you use when you've got to downsize? I use the Akuma SX spinning reels and then the EVX rods. But I do have a PC Fun spinning rod I'm going to try out, as well as, what's the name of that reel? Let me grab one fast. Hold on. This is the reel I'm going to put on that PC Fun rod. This is the Carbon X. This one's a little pricier. I believe this one's around $100, but pretty cool looking spinning reel right here, guys. That's what I'm going to put on the PC Fun. But if I'm not using that, it is the like I said, the Akuma SX spinning reels with the EVX rods. Dude, you should toss that swing head up that dirty water after the video. I've got a ton of people who are crushing on it. Sweet. The old swing head, huh? What's your favorite trailer for that, Hank? Sean Murphy, appreciate the $4, brother. You're interested in the giveaway? Paired my Revo SX with a 6-sense sensory. 6-sense sensory. What's that? Is that a rod? Has to be the best. Oh, yes, it is the best rod I've ever used so far. You check it out. Okay. Colorado keeps getting snow. Oh man, that sucks. I'm down here AZ walking around a pond fishing while things blowing dry. That's terrible, dude. 107, man. Chuck, appreciate the $5, brother. Entered in the giveaway. Swing heads, tough and weeds. The lakes I throw or I fish on, really, they don't really have any grass in them. They have a little bit like on the shoreline. That's pretty much it. Backyard Bassin'. Anyone just getting on Backyard Bassin', check him out, dude. Up and coming pro YouTuber right there, man. I throw the biffle head a lot on the rock points. Oh, on the swing heads. How you hard bait ever? I'm trying to see what you're saying here. Hard bait ever gotten ruined by the sun just being in the boat or playing a box? Oh, have a bait got ruined? Not that I can remember. Normally, I'll lose a bait before it gets ruined. I'm trying to fish, but I am spending more time teaching my daughter how to fish without live bait. It is an awesome challenge, but man, worth it though. I tell you what, like today we went to fish, and like I said, there was 4 kids there. I didn't even bring a rod for myself just because it's more aggravating trying to fish when you're trying to teach someone else to fish. So I would suggest definitely do not fish. Just go ahead and teach your daughter. It'd be more fun. Yeah, top water's a blast, man. Man. Yeah, Hank, I wanted to try those Strike King tungstens that I seen you got those in one of your videos, and then you can put whatever hook on there. I believe Mustad has that same deal, but yeah, they're not tungsten like those Strike Kings. What's going on, Donald? Mike, stop talking. You're gonna ruin the video. Nobody read Mike's comment. How do I block all wadded fishing? You should do a collaboration with Milk and Fishing. Go in the middle of the lake, push him out, and take off. Yeah. Well, that would be a good video. What should I look for in a reel when punching heavy color, top water frog cover? See, heavy cover reel. Probably something with a decent drag for sure. You know, brass gears. I'll tell you what though, even my Kuba's got aluminum gears. I mean, there's no problem with those at all. So I wouldn't even worry about the gearing. Main thing would be probably something with a decent spool size if you're going to be putting heavier. You know, I wouldn't think you'd want a mono on there, but if you're using heavier braid, 65-pound test, something like that. So you don't want a somewhat deeper spool to hold a lot of line on there. If you're going to be making long casts with frogs, definitely a stronger drag. And overall, I mean, some guys talk about like flexing a reel and it causes this, that, and the other. I mean, like I said, I used the Pro Qualifier for many, many years. And it was one of my go-to frog reels. Caught a ton of fish on frogs, 50-pound braid. I don't even know the specs on there, what it's even made out of. But I had no issues at all with those reels. So I don't think you need to spend a ton of money. But you're definitely going to want something with a decent drag. That would probably be the first thing that I would look at, a decent drag. Because some reels only have like, 8 or 10-pound drag. You may want something up a little bit higher, for frogs. Anybody else want to chime in on that? Feel free. What's your favorite frog? Top water frog. I mean, I use a lot of the hollow bellies, but my favorite frog to throw, if I'm going to throw one, it's going to be a rage tow, which is a soft plastic frog, from striking. Other than that, I mean, probably Spro. I probably use the Spro the most. Old Doug, if it wasn't for the storms and heavy rain the day after Father's Day, I may have caught a couple more bass on the Picasso shock blade with Biospawn plastic tail trailer. Dude, that is a killer combo, man. Stick with it, and you'll catch them, dude. I'm telling you. That little tail, man, it just dances with that chatterbait on there. Yeah, it's tough around the weeds too, brother. Usually if I'm fishing really shallow or I do have weeds, I'll go to a quarter to try and keep it above the weeds. I'm telling you, pick up 3/4 ounce, put a rage bug, vile crawl, vile bug, or something with a lot of action and reel it fast. Oh, reel it fast. So don't drag it. Just reel it in there. Okay. Shallow. You know I'm shallow, dude, so that's perfect for me, man. So 3/4 ounce. I guess with the weight, I'll be able to keep it on bottom reeling with that fast, so I got you. 3/4 fast. I'm doing it, dude. I have only 3 rod, 2 bait casts, 1 spinning. Trying to be fast, swapping hooks or a lure. I'm a beginner and I'm broke. Give me advice. You can use like snaps and swivels. 2 bait casters. I'd have to know kind of what you have there to tell you how to set it up, but yeah, use swivels, I guess. Swivel snaps. 1 to 5 foot. 6 foot's my max, man, so that's perfect, dude. What's going on, Sean? Ivan V, appreciate the $5, brother. You're entered in the giveaway. If you could only use 3 rods, what kind would they be? Love the vids, brother. Appreciate the comment, buddy, and the $5. Again, you're entered in the giveaway. 3 rods. I'm not going to go like what you need to catch it. I'm going to go with what suits my style. It's going to be a cranking rod for sure, 7 foot. Probably medium heavy, mod fast action cranking rod. Medium heavy, fast action rod, which is good all-purpose type rod. You can use it for spinner baits, chatter baits, buzz baits, Texas rigs, jigs, you name it. So cranking rod, medium heavy, and then I'd probably go with another medium heavy that's got a moderate action to it, but not quite as soft as a cranking rod. Again, that's another good moving bait type rod that I really like for like chatter baits and things like that. So those 3 rods would cover me for the fishing that I like to do. So looking to start my own channel. Keep a lookout for it. Will do, brother. As soon as you start it up, man, let me know. Aaron, the wife is laughing at me watching the show on TV and chatting with y'all on the phone. That's great, dude. That's awesome. That's awesome. California Swim Jig worked well Saturday. That's cool. Again, Aaron, dude, that was really awesome seeing you, man. Saturday night. I do appreciate you coming over to me, man. Yo, Watts, man, shut your face, dude. Bifflehead is a winner for sure. Probably caught more on a Bifflehead with Gene LaRue rattle and crawl than any other lure in my box. I used to use a rattle and crawl, then I ran out of them. I haven't picked any more up since I used them all. But that was a good bait too. Thank you, Derek. Biospawn swim bait for trailer. So, Ricky's favorite bait for the swing head has to be El Grande Lures Gila Monster. 875 lizard, also killer on a shaky head. I even caught big bass on that big old Gila Monster during the winter. I don't have to check that one out, dude. I've never heard of that one. I've heard of the brand, but not the bait itself. I agree, especially if you're throwing the frog in heavy cover, look for a reel with a good drag. Cool. You bass geeks should get together sometime. That would be a killer video, dude. I would like to do that. Old bass geek, man, that's my dude right there. Have you tried the 47 from Doomsday Fishing? If not, they are pretty solid. Thank you for the advice a few weeks ago on the trailers on Jackhammer, killing it in Massachusetts. Great Biospawn lures. Awesome, Jeff. That's awesome, dude. No, I have not tried the 47 from Doomsday. I haven't even heard of it, but I'm glad that you're having great success with the trailers there for your Jackhammer. Good deal, dude. David, ATJ, I caught my biggest fish of the day, 3 pounds, 13 ounces on a spinnerbait. I never had confidence in a spinnerbait, but a few of your videos helped me gain confidence in how to fish it. Awesome. Awesome, David. Appreciate the feedback, brother. Hey, man, spinnerbait is one of those baits that anybody can fish, throw it out, reel it in, catch fish. I mean, I do have a video like you've seen probably of different ways you can fish it, but the best way to get confidence in really any lure is go to a stocked farm pond, something like that, and just keep catching them on it. And then when you go to those bigger lakes, you'll have confidence in the lure from catching so many fish on it in those ponds. Put your PB. My PB, hold on. My PB, I'm guessing, there's video on it. Everyone can, I'm sure, verify. It's a 7+ pounder, no doubt. Caught it pretty much right down the road for me. And it came on the Bomber Square A right there. Chartreuse blackback. That will focus. You can see there's no bill in it. She even broke the bill out of it. So I retired this bait, obviously. But that's what it came on right there. I'm saying 7+ pounder. Thanks, guys. I got to do lunch, working tonight. All right, dude. Get a hold of me, man. Lock, what's up, dude? I used to swim jig quite a bit. Striking makes a Cobra head designed to come through weeds as well. But for the football shape, I like to use the Rage Bug with Rage Menace or a Zoom Z-Craw. Cool, cool. No, I still haven't tried Google baits. I will, though. And somebody said something I wanted to address, too. Something about, I don't know if they put it on my Facebook or my Instagram. Could have been on YouTube. But I want to know if I was going to give an honest opinion on the baits because they're sold at Karl's. It doesn't matter what's sold at Karl's or whatever. If I don't like a bait, I'm not going to say it's good if I don't like it. So, I mean, like I said, there's a lot of stuff, a lot of tackle that comes to this channel. Companies reach out to me, this, that, and the other. I try the baits out. If they're junk, you're never even going to know about it because I'm not going to waste my time with the video. So there's a lot of that goes on that, again, that you guys will never see. If the Googan baits are crap, most likely you'll never see me fish them or see a video on them because I'm not going to waste my time and waste your time even watching the video. But guys, there's so many guys hating on the Googans, okay? I'm not defending them or whatever, but just forget the Googans themselves. Those baits are pretty much striking baits. So if you like striking, try out the Googan baits, you know. But yeah, I'll definitely give my honest opinion. I give my honest opinion on anything that I use. And normally it's always going to be good because I really only bring you guys the good stuff. Again, I'm not wasting everyone's time with bad stuff. That's why pretty much all the reviews I do are good. So, yeah, no doubt, I'm sure the Googan baits are going to be great. Thanks for all your great discount codes, Lee. No problem, Lee. And there's another one. You guys know I use, do I have them around here? These are the hook bonnets. You guys see me use these all the time. I've been using these for many years. I'm not affiliated with this company at all. Al's Goldfish is who sells these or makes these or whatever. And they reached out to me on Instagram. They see my channel and all that. They see me promoting these. And they wanted to give you guys a discount. Again, I make nothing on that discount. But there is now a link in the description for Al's Goldfish. Again, I believe it's 15% off on their website for hook bonnets, or they got lures and stuff over there as well. But I do want to mention that. You guys can save some money on those as well. Again, all those codes down there, I don't make anything on them. Those codes are for you guys. Whopper Plopper killing it down here in Texas right now. 12 fish in 30 minutes. Man, take me like 3 weeks to get that. Never caught some on the double plopper. Fun top water time. That's awesome, dude. Checking in TJ81, Northeast Indiana. Awesome, dude. Great to see you, Travis. That thing is killer. It's like a big straight tail worm combined with a lizard. So it's a lizard with a straight tail. Absolutely love them, man. Worth a shot for sure, brother. Cool. I'll check them out, dude. If you actually reel it like a crankbait, you want to have a good contact with the bottom and let it deflect off things. That's when you're going to get your strike, slow roll it. Okay, dude. Awesome, man. I'm going to try that out for sure. How do you like Helios SX reels compared to the original TCS? They're definitely smoother for sure. I mean, I think they cast further. I mean, I've only used them maybe 3 times, so I can't say that it's much better than TCS yet, but it's definitely leaning that way. I will say, I think I like the braking better on the TCS, just because when you have pins, you normally want to do them even. So on the other reel, though, you could just dial it. You could put it on 3 or 5 or whatever, and you kind of do that with the pins, but still you need to keep it even. So I feel you have better adjustments with the TCS. That being said, the SX definitely has more of a solid feel to it. I think it definitely casts further, but again, I do like the braking adjustments better on the TCS. As of right now, again, that could change the more and more I use it. But as of right now, it definitely feels better, casts better. Like the braking on the old one better, but we'll just see how it plays out through the rest of the year. But it's definitely an improvement as far as how the reel feels and handles. But again, I'm kind of in the air on the braking system. Thinking about picking up some Mustad Ultra Point grip pin swim hooks. I know you like to use them, and I hope for some tips or suggestions to convince me to buy them. Look, so you like the, see here, grip pin swim hooks. If you're talking about the ones that aren't weighted, I mean, the only really difference with them is you got a little more gap to them, and the eye is, it's a vertical eye, so it comes through grass and things like that a little bit better. But I just like them whenever when I'm swimming a crawl, or I'm doing a swim bait weightless or something like that, or I want to put a weight on the front. I like those. Obviously, if I'm going to have a weighted swim bait, normally I go with the weighted swim bait hooks. But I really like the grip pin swim hook. Normally, I use it the most when I'm swimming a crawl. When I want it, the fish to think maybe it looks like a bluegill or something like that, I'll swim a crawl, and that's when I really like that hook. Again, it comes through grass really well with the vertical eye, and again, you have a little more gap there, and you don't have that bend up there on the neck with the way it's designed. I mean, I definitely like it better than EWG. I feel like you get a better hookup with it, again, because you don't have that bend, so you do have a little more gap there. I don't know if that's enough to convince you to buy them, but if you have an EWG, you really don't need that hook. If it's something you want to try out, go for it. But it's up to you. Having confidence is number one. When fishing, doesn't matter when the advertisements say if you don't have confidence, you won't catch so many fish. Dude, I couldn't agree more, man. It's all about confidence. That's why when I'm on a lake, and which you'll probably see on Tuesday's video, when I'm on a lake and I'm not doing well, it's like I fish what I feel is going to catch fish. That's why majority of the time it's a square bill. And, times that I should slow down and pitch some brush or shake your head or whatever, I don't have confidence in those baits on that lake, so I just crank it out, dude. Like I say in my video, I live and die by the square bill. If you like Strike King Raid series, you will like the Guggen baits. Yep, that's pretty much what I'm saying, man. If you like Strike King, you'll like the Guggen baits. Do you always use Seagar for all your spooling, whether it be braid mono or fluoro? Fluoro, I mean, I'm more than happy with Seagar fluoro. I love it. Mono, I liked Seagar Senshi. Rippin has a little bit bigger diameter, which is great. It's got a little more memory to it, though. It just depends what you're doing with the bait if you want that bigger diameter. Sometimes I do. Even if I'm shallow cranking, sometimes I want my baits extra shallow. I like that bigger diameter, where Senshi has a smaller diameter, so you have to keep that in mind. But for mono, I'm going to say my favorite mono probably is Suffolk Siege. And braid, be honest, I probably like FX2, which is Sunline. Now, I'm a cigar guy, guys. Majority of the cigar guys are going to say cigar this, cigar that, cigar this. Okay. Again, in a way, I'm affiliated with Cigar. They give me like some VIP discounts, so I probably should push all Cigar products. But again, I'm always keeping it real with you guys. And my favorite Braid is Sunline. It is what it is. But my favorite Fluoro is Cigar. My favorite Mono used to be Cigar, and I'm kind of leaning towards Suffix again. So everyone may not like that from Cigar, but it is what it is. I'm just being real with you guys, and it is what it is. I see that a lot on YouTube, and guys go from one brand to another and to another, and it doesn't make them believable at all. So just because I'm partnered with somebody, if I still like something else, I'm going to tell you guys it's good because it is. Let's see here. Your honest opinion is why I follow you on here and check out gear I use. Cool, dude. Yeah, like I just said, man, I try and keep it real with you guys. I don't want you guys spending your hard-earned money on some crap just because I said it's good and it ain't. If it ain't good, I'm telling you it ain't good. If it's good, it's good, Thanks for the hook bond discount code. I'll use it. No problem, Chuck. Yeah, they got I believe it's either 50 or 100 packs that you can get in bulk over there. So that's why I started getting them from them. But I used to get them at Bass Pro. If you guys are Karl's members, I believe Karl's carries them, only the small packs though. So if you're looking for the bigger bulk packs, you'll definitely want to go right through Al's Goldfish. James, thanks. Have a great weekend. You too, bud. Or a great week. You too. Man, your bald head is shiny. Cue ball. Thank you, Dr. Skeletor. What terminal tackle would you use for the plasma tail? A shaky head, probably 1/8 to 1/4 shaky head on shaky head, and probably a 3 to 4/0 round bend offset, and then some weights like an 1/8 or 3/16 ounce, maybe even 1/4 bullet weight. A lot of guys use that worm to shaky head. I use it, to be honest, to a Texas rig most, and just a slow drag. Let's go ahead and talk real fast about the giveaway one more time. Vile bugs, vile craws, plasma tails, more plasma tails, trick shots, big bite baits, creature baits, and 2 packs of green pumpkin bullet weights. Anyone that donates is entered in that little giveaway. All right, question for the cork sealer. Have you had to get on the plastic of the rod handle, and if so, did it come off? I did not. If you guys watch that video, I taped everything up that I did not want the sealer on. I'm not sure if it would hurt it or not. I really couldn't tell you. But again, that's why I taped it up. They're throwing the Whopper Plopper 90 monkey butt and doing barely well. That's cool, dude. A good color, too. Is the Haas Crawl by Ketchco on the same thing as a Rage Crawl? It's a little bit smaller profile. It still has the same type of swimming action, but it's a little more narrow of a crawl compared to the Rage Crawl. This guy could catch a bluegill. Tell you what, dude, we caught like 100 today, man. You can just go somewhere else with that crap. Have you ever thought or considered kayak bass fishing instead of fishing from a bass boat? No, kayak ain't for me, man. They don't hold enough tackle. And I just don't think I could be comfortable sitting down, casting like that. I don't know. It's just not for me. I'm a boat guy. I remember back when you bought your net, how that thing doing these days. I still haven't been able to make a decision on the net. Oh, which net we talking about? The Eagle nets? Yeah, dude, I got a video on those. I love the Eagle nets. I got both styles. I got the one that's got the floating handle and one that doesn't, or one that floats and one that doesn't. The what was the name of those? The S1. Is it the S1 and S2? I have to go look back at my video. I don't even remember. But yeah, I got a video on that, dude. Hey, Eagle too. It's pretty cool too that you can get so many different length handles. You can get different net sizes, a ton of different materials. I really like that PVC netting that they got. The hooks don't stick too bad, stick in it too bad. That, or I like the clear rubber. Those are good too. But one thing you'll notice, I think I do say it in the video, the rubber, it's got a lot of drag in the water. So if you're trying to move the net around real fast in the water to net fish, it's going to be much slower with the rubber compared to that PVC. Yeah, that rubber definitely has some drag to it. When you throw a spinnerbait versus chatterbait versus swim jig, I have a lot of confidence in spinnerbait, but not much in the other two. Chatterbait, I like chatterbait when the water's a little bit colder. So, late fall. I mean, I put it. I throw them all year long, but I prefer one over the other. One over the other. When the water's colder, I prefer the chatterbait over the spinnerbait. When it warms up, I go for the spinnerbait. And when I feel they don't want the flash, I go to the swim jig, because pretty much a swim jig is a spinnerbait without the flash. So you kind of let the fish tell you what they want. But if I don't want the flash, I go to the swim jig. Spinnerbait when the water's warmer and they feel they really want to chase. When the water's colder, I do better on a chatterbait. Spool crankbaits, yeah, I like their what are they called? The Fat Papa, the smaller one. I haven't used the bigger one. Fat Papa, was it Fat Papa 50 or Fat Papa? No, the 60 would be the bigger one. Could be the 50. And then what are the other ones? Flat sided. They got that soft knocker in them. Little John. Little Johns and the Squirrels I do like. You know what, dude? When I go to Long John Silver's, dude, I eat chicken, man. I don't even like the fish. Okay? Go somewhere else with that crap. What's your favorite buzz bait, and what is the best gear to throw it on? Buzz bait, I like it on a heavy power mod action rod. Usually like 50-pound braid or like 20-pound mono. 7-speed reel, and I like the Cavitrons or like the dinner bells from Picasso. Which one of your Cuban rods do you like for pitching? Good sensitivity and extra fast. Stiff around 7 foot. Probably the TCS. It is called the Jig Worm Rod. It's got a little bit slower tip to it. It's not extra fast. But when I'm pitching, I like a shorter rod just because I'm more accurate with it. Suffolk Siege is really good. Mono, I've been using it for so long. That's my go-to line for whopper ploppers and normal poppers. P-line. Victor, what's up, brother? Ripping lips. What's going on, man? Dr. Skelty, you've already said that like 4 times. Why don't you come up with something better than that, dude? You think I really care that you make fun of me? How many likes? Can't see them. Bill, we only got 33 and we got 90 people on here. What's going on, Josh? When's the next time you're going to get wadded? I'll probably never get wadded, Travis, because you'll see, like I said in my video coming up, that I'll stay as long as I have to at the lake, not to get the W. And something else that, these guys, I feel that you guys getting on here are my loyal guys. There's 90 guys on here right now. Do me a favor, on my next video or whenever I talk about, or you see the banner in the garage or you see my truck, go down there and hit that link for me. I don't get paid by the link. I don't get paid like that from the dealership, but I'm trying to show them some love on the internet, and I need you guys to click that link. I think, only like 50 people have clicked it so far in the videos that I mentioned it in. So all you guys, my next video, or even when you get off here, go to my last video and click that link for me. Let's see here. Did you do any recording when you were at the pond catching all those gills? No, we didn't record, dude. With all the rain, I didn't want to mess up. We talked about it because we thought it'd be a funny video, but with all the rain, I didn't want to mess up the mics and all that. Oh, Snuggle Bunny O. Appreciate the $5, buddy. You're entered in the giveaway. Hey, TJ, just got back into fishing. It's been about 15 years since I've been. Recently picked up a combo from 13 Fishing, Origin C. Any tips on more? I'll tell you what, 13 Fishing, that's a good combo to start with. I would need to know kind of like what power and action, everything that you have, and go from there. Like if you got, let's just say, like a medium, heavy, fast action rod, that is like my go-to rod for many different techniques. So from there, I would go to like, a cranking rod or something like that, or even a rod with a little bit softer action to it. That way you can throw your crankbaits and spinnerbaits and things like that. So it really depends on what rod you have right now before we talk about the next one, bud. Hey, if you were in Indiana catching largies right now, what 5 baits would you re-rig with on your boat? Well, I'm not really sure anything about Indiana, but 5 baits that I'd always have rigged on my boat. Square bill, No. Squirrel for sure. Spinnerbait. File crawl. Probably like a Texas rig worm, like a cut R worm or something like that. And then probably a swim bait, like the XO Swim or Kitech. Those 5 I would always have on my boat no matter what. So if I'm going to a new lake or I'm just looking for some confidence in some baits to go to a new lake, whatever it is, those 5 baits will always be rigged up and on the boat because, again, I have a ton of confidence in them, and I just feel like I could catch fish. Even though that half time I don't, I just feel like I could catch fish on those lures. So I always have them on. Yeah, Doug, just ignore that fool. Last time I tried to delete somebody on here, I shut the stream off. So that guy, he's an idiot anyways. I don't know how to delete him, so we'll just ignore him. Let's see. Just ordered the hook bonnets. I saved $5. So my donation. So you were free. That's cool, dude. I love when that happens for sure, dude. Appreciate the donation, and I'm glad you saved $5. Think about giving 6 cents crankbait a chance, a little bit cheaper than Spro. I tell you, I like them so far. I like the square bills and the what's their top water one? Kind of like a wake bait. The Motion is it called? That one's pretty good. Really like square bills. Come with mustache triple grips on there. Killer paint jobs, a lot of different patterns. So I'm pretty impressed with them. My cork handle gets dirty and slick from the oil in my skin. SOS pad cleans them up and gives you a good grip. Yeah, sure. You can use that. You can use baby wipes, works really well. Magic Eraser like Mr. Clean, those work pretty good too. Sean, appreciate the $5, buddy. You're into the giveaway. Thanks for the great content. Excellent channel. Much appreciated, brother. Can somebody else tell Dr. Skeletor something else to say? I mean, we've already went over that. Is Megabass worth the money or anything besides their Vision 110? I love their poppers, their walk the dog baits. I can't even think the names anymore. I actually got one right here. This right here, this popper, dude. This popper is awesome, and it walks killer too. I don't even know the name of it. Maybe it's on here. Pop Max half ounce. These are awesome though. And again, they're walk the dog type baits. I use those, and then the 110s. That's pretty much all I have. Oh, I got their square bills too. Those are pretty good too. What are those called? What are they called? Not the Swerve. Is that Trey's the Swerve? I can't think what they're even called. I don't know. You guys know what I'm talking about though. The square bill. Do you have any recommendations for drop shot struggles? No clue what I'm doing wrong, but I haven't had much luck this year. Absolutely frustrated, man. Dude, I don't really have hardly any experience at all with drop shotting. I mean, I do it from time to time, but I'm not that great at it at all. I don't do any nose hooking just because I'm always doing it around brush and things like that. So I use a little straight shank. Like it looks like a flipping hook, but it's a real light wire. And I Texas rig anything that I'm going to put on a drop shot because I'm doing it around brush and things like that. But I really don't have any tips for you, dude, just because I'm not really any good at it. If I'm going to do any finesse fishing at all, I'm going to start with a shaky head. But that's pretty much where it stops. Changing from mono to floor on bait caster, is there any change that needs to be made? No, just swap it out. Nothing really changes, man. Just the line itself. Okay, it's a medium, heavy, fast. You nailed it. I'm fishing in Indiana primarily for small and largemouth bass. Okay, if that's one of your first combos, then I would go with, you can use that for, like I said, spinner baits. You can use it for Texas rigs. You can use it for jigs, buzz baits, Cincos. I mean, flukes. I mean, that's a very versatile rod. It's the rod that I use the most. So it's a great choice for your first rod. From there, I would go with a softer action rod. So get yourself a crankbait rod for your top waters and, of course, your square bills and your deep dive crankbaits, things like that. Not deep diving, mid-depth, things like that. 10, 12 foot, things like that. So you'd be good with like a 7-foot, medium heavy, mod fast action rod. And I usually like a 6-speed reel, 5 to 6-speed reel. I'd say go with the 6, that way you're a little more versatile. And that would take care of, some of your crankbaits, your treble hook baits. So. $88 watch and 45 likes. I'm seeing 57. We got 92 now. Not too bad. What trailers do you like for pitching jigs? I'm pitching them, I mean, I'll use a rage crawl, I'll use a vinyl crawl, things like that. But one of my go-to jig trailers is PTL Crawl Derv. It's still one of my go-tos. I like that one. Yeah, dude, like the last time I tried to delete somebody, I think I ended up like erasing the stream. So I'll figure that out. If he comes back next time, I'll erase him. But Lock Walker, no leaks. I ain't really heard anything cool coming out of iCash yet. Okay, what do you got to do? Block this doctor. Press his name on your phone and hit block. Okay, well, if I see him here, we'll try it. Just click on the Oliver C. Joseph link or anything else. Yeah, Doug. Yeah, all I need you to do, there's a link down there below. Just click on the link. Check out the site for a second, whatever. Just trying to show them guys some love. I mean, if I can't even get anybody to click the link, then they're not even going to need me to do anything for them. So I'm just trying to get them some internet, show them some internet love, from you guys. Just click the link and head over there, check them out. Obviously, if somebody's local and they need a vehicle, heck, I'll go with you. I'll pick you up. We'll go there and we'll get you the best deal you can get. But yeah, I'm just trying to get them, some love on the internet. Just click the link and check them out. Thank you, brother. You're awesome. And I do have all those rigged. Awesome, dude. Anacinco, you're good to go, brother. Such a great guy that can actually conversate with his fans. Very humble and big fan. Much appreciated, dude. You guys are awesome, man. What's going on, Mike? You're late, dude. I reported him for you. Cool. Appreciate it, Tex. Right before I started watching you, I hooked up with Biospawn when I had just come out live from their own website, and I have been buying ever since after listening to you. Dude, it's killer gear, man. No doubt. And I tell you what, I'm sure you guys seen in one of my last videos, they got 2 different sizes now, or 3 different sizes, 2 new sizes of the ExoSwim, but there's still more coming, man. Keep a lookout. The 13 fishing soft plastics. Yeah, I seen old Fluke Master holding up one of those the other day. Do you ever clean human or any sense? Do I clean human or any sense from hard baits? No. Sometimes, though, I'll put on KVD fish sticks on my hard baits. That stuff lasts a long time. Bobblehead, do you fish it? Had some success in muddy water this weekend by slow rolling. Oh, Carrie, we were just talking about that earlier with Old Bass Geek. I'm going to try doing that more often. I've done it here and there, but I really haven't committed to doing it a lot. So I'm going to do it. Kank was suggesting do like a 3/4 ounce in like 1 to 5 foot. It reeled it really fast, so I'm going to try that. 6-cent square bills. Like 6 square bills, just the bills break off after a few uses. I wish Jackall would keep the bling. I appreciate it anyways, brother. I'm actually going to try the straight shank hook and see if maybe that helps. I may be fishing it too fast and patient and strong with that one. Yeah, I would say, yeah, it's definitely something you should probably not fish fast. I think a drop shot, especially like if you're fishing like the lakes and I'm fishing that aren't clear at all, it's definitely not a search bait. I think a drop shot, or really any finesse presentation, is to where if you're on fish, fish are there, then you throw the drop shot or whatever if you can't get bit on anything else. It's definitely not a bait you're going to want to search with, What type of hooks do you use on the 4-inch Kitex? I use, what do I use? I use 3/8, and then which I mainly use those for like underspins and things like that, or like a spinnerbait trailer. So I really don't put a hook in those. But the 4.8, I normally use a 4 or 5/0. It just depends on the weight. If I want like a 1/4 ounce weight, I normally use a 4/0 Owner Beast hook with a 1/4 ounce weight. If I want an 1/8 ounce, normally I go to the Mustad 5/0 with an 1/8 ounce weight. Oh, Swerve, yeah, I didn't know if that was your... Oh, the S-Crank. That's what I'm thinking of. If you guys are looking to get your reels cleaned, or we need some baits painted up, Trey's got a few that he sells there. Trey Harper, definitely check him out. He does a killer job cleaning reels. Like I said, he paints baits and all that. Actually, probably got some of his, 1 second here. Hold on. I even got some of his wakes right here. Little wake bait Froggy. It's one of my favorites there. Had that one all painted up, but he got these baits right here. He can do custom paint jobs and all that. Definitely check him out. Old Trey Harple. Where are we at? I don't drop shot ever. I'm in Indiana, so my advice is if you are in Indiana and want to catch more fish, move. Yeah, that's what I'm saying about Illinois. Is Fluke Master on here? You were funny on his stream. No, I don't think so. I think he was on the one before last, but I don't think he's on here tonight. What's up, brother? Checking in from Polk County, Florida. Digging the channel. Awesome, dude. Appreciate it, Jose. All right, Russ. I've recently been fishing the Ned a lot, and I'm very impressed. Caught a bunch of numbers, but also cover in the 3-pound range. I've never seen you throw it. I'm assuming the water is too muddy. Yeah, I just don't have any confidence at all in any finesse type baits with the muddy water. I keep saying I'm going to fish it more and more, and then I go to the lake, and then I never put down the square bill. So finesse fishing is definitely something that I need to work more on. So we'll see. The DC's all spooled up. I had it with me to use it on Friday, and I didn't end up needing to use it for what I have it rigged up for. But it is all rigged up and spooled up, and I got it on a Dobbin 733. And I got 12-pound CR and Vizex on there. I'm mainly using it for Senkos and flukes and a little heavier shaky heads and things like that. I'll let you guys know how it is once I start using it. Old Doug took a second to click the link. It wasn't hard at all. Much appreciated, Doug. That's all you guys have to do. Click the link, check them out. Now, I haven't fished in Arizona. How many rods do I own? I don't know. There's probably like 70 rods back there. Way too many. 70 rods for 3 lakeside fish. Like, I love to show you more love than asking questions, but I don't know how to like the video. I've tried everything I can figure out. What do I got to do? Oh, you're good, Josh, man. If you can't figure out how to like the video and all that, it's no big deal. Appreciate you tuning in, though. Do you have any recommendations for preventing JJ's magic from evaporating? I've got 3 bottles opened, and the fluid level is dropping, no leaks. What I do is I keep them in a cooler in my tackle room here. Keep them in a cooler. That's all you can do. That's probably the easiest thing to not make it evaporate as fast, but it's still going to do it. If you keep it in the cooler, I believe it will last like 3 or 4 years if you never touch it, but even then, it's still going to evaporate. If you have it out in the heat and all that, it's going to do it even faster. But if you have some that you're not using, all you can do is just keep it in a cool spot, keep it in a cooler, and it'll last a little bit longer. But again, it's still going to evaporate. Yeah, I got videos on a conditioner line, but it's super, super easy. I tell you, the video I just did, I might have did it a couple of weeks ago with everything you need to know about spooling a bait caster. At the end of that video, I condition line. So go watch that video. I think it's from a couple of weeks ago, and you'll see how I do it. A lot of guys think you got to pull all the line out and spray it on a rag and all that. You ain't got to do that. Just watch what I do, and you can do it in like 10 seconds. Trey is a freaking man. Best wakes on the market. Yeah, dude, I agree. I love his wake baits. For sure. Anyone just tuning in? Trey Harple, check him out. Get some custom wakes. A bloody froggy there. I don't know about down there for sure, but I use bobbleheads up here a lot around rocks, hard surface, and sand to grass areas. And they seem to have really good luck, especially good for deeper rock areas. It's cool, dude. Yeah, I need to play around with those a bit more. What I need to do one day is just go to the lake and leave all my square bills at home. That's the only way that I'm going to try anything else. I love a square bill. I love, when I hit the square bill, it's just how I love to fish. So it's all I want to throw. So yeah, I need to leave them at home one day and try out other lures because that's really where I struggle. What's going on, Nathan? I normally fish with tungsten, but I picked up a few Picasso Pro Metal weights and they're heaven chipped and they're a good price. That's cool, Chase. Yeah, if you do get tungsten though, get the gunmetal because that's the color that's kind of within the weight. It does not chip. It can't chip. It's like I said, it's within the weight. I live in Indiana too, and I still managed to catch some nice bass here. There you go, Doug. What's your favorite rod for the money? Probably EVX series. Oh, cool EVX. Are most of those rods the sponsors are paid for? Jesus, majority of those there's probably maybe a dozen Dobbins. There's probably 3 or 4 PC Fun, and then the rest are all Akumaraj, yeah, which is one of my sponsors. Best spinnerbaits on the market. I don't know what the best is. My favorite would probably be Picasso and Viswire. 0.028. I like that lighter wire. Second would probably be the one from Mega Strike. Advantage Baits. I'm kind of liking that one as well. Booyah. I mean, there's a lot of good ones out there. That one, speaking of Trey Harple, that one that they got over there to Mega. I haven't tried that one yet, but I really want to. I haven't used a countdown in a long time. Years ago, I used to, though. We won't let you throw them square bills and Kincaid. Hey, you said I'm running the boat, man. You did. You did say there's a little bit of rock there. I'm throwing me a square bill. I've been thinking about buying a new boat. Not sure which to get yet. Yeah, David, I'm thinking about the same thing, dude. Hopefully, end of this year, my old tracker's for sale, and I'm getting a new tracker. Hopefully, we'll see though. I mean, I'm liking the looks of the new trackers from what I see online, but I haven't actually stepped in one. So I'll probably go to Bass Pro here. I don't know, a month or so, and once I actually get on one, then I'll make my mind up for sure if I want the new tracker. But from what I see online, it's definitely set up how I want it. Blair, what's up, dude? What's going on? Oh, we're caught up. Only an hour and 7 minutes in. We're caught up. That's awesome. Click the link for you. Hope it helps. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I don't get paid for the clicks or nothing like that. I'm just trying to show them guys some love with you guys. You know, clicking the link, checking out the website. Like I said, if you need a vehicle, I mean, obviously things can be shipped. If you're local, I mean, I did the legwork for you guys. I found the cheapest deal, even though they're not my local deal. I went for the cheapest price that I could find, which was those guys. So if you're in the market, you need a ride, that's where you need to go. Mention me and click the link. Don't let backyard lie to you. Oh yeah. Yeah, Greg, you can forget it, dude, man. I'm tossing. I am tossing my square bill. Vexus aluminum boats. You know, I've seen them, but there's videos on them, and to be honest, I haven't even watched them. Just pictures and all that. From what I've seen, they look good, but I have not watched the videos. I haven't used spider wire. Yeah, I'm going to say if I end up getting a new boat, yeah, I'll probably get 80-pound Ultrex. And if I cannot fit 2 pumps in there because of the 80-pound, most likely I'll probably go with 2 Talons on there because I definitely want 2. I couldn't fit the 2 poles on this tracker now. But the new tracker is going to have either 2 poles or it's going to have 2 Talons. It's going to have 2 of something. I want 2 back there, and I do want the Ultrex. Even though I probably don't even need it because I don't fish deep. But I think it's awesome. I want to try it out. I mean, I did try it on Gene's boat, but you know what I mean? I want to try it on my own. How do you decide what to take fishing when you have so much tackle? Well, I mean, I'm a creature of habit. You know, I always throw square bills, spinner baits, chatter baits, craws. You know, I know what I always like, and then I pack a few other things for where if what I'm throwing doesn't work, then I'll experiment with something. But normally I go with what I always like. And like I said, I just try out new square bills all the time, new spinner baits. I'm always trying new things, but I'm always throwing that same style bait, which is bad just because I don't try enough new things. I order all this tackle, and then I'll take it out and I'll rig it all up, and I'll make a few casts with it, and I'll say, screw this, man. Where's my square bill? So like I said, I really need to leave the square bills at home so I can really put some time in with other baits. But I really would, some of you guys need to come fish the lakes that I fish, and then I think you'd understand what I'm talking about. I'd like to get a Ranger 521L, but don't want to spend 80 G's. Yeah, I don't blame you, man. What have you caught your PB largemouth on? Right here, the old Bomber. We talked about this earlier. Bomber Square A. It's kind of funny. This little, which I've talked about it many times, this little crank is responsible for more big fish than any other bait that I own. My the one lake that I fished I'm not saying the most, the second most I guess I could say, 6-pounder is the biggest bass I've ever caught out of that lake, which came on the Square A. Then my next biggest bass on the lake is 4.5, which came on the Square A. The lake that I fished the most Now that lake it came on KVD 1.5. But then my PB came on this one, so all my big fish have all come on the Square A. I don't have any thoughts on the Ned rigs. I mean, guys say it works. I'm sure it does. It's just nothing that I have confidence in at the moment with, I mean, there's been so much rain. Obviously, you guys know about all the rain. The lakes are so muddy and nasty. I mean, I just don't have any confidence throwing anything, that small, really no action and all that. I mean, they probably won't even see it. I mean, and it could work. It could work great. I just don't have any confidence in it to take the time to throw it. Ricky, that's a good question, man. I'd like to see if I could I think they have a 185. I'd like to see how it would run with a 50. And to be honest, I'm just talking about my wife with this today. It's like I want a bigger boat. I still want to go aluminum, but I want a bigger boat. But there's one lake, the closest lake from me, or to me, it's only 18 minutes away. And that's the only reason I need that 50 horse, is because it's 50 horse max on that lake. But the lake's so close, it's easy for me to go there and get a video and all that. And I just like fishing the lake, but that's the only lake that's got the restrictions, so I have to stay at a 50. So if it wasn't for that lake, I'd get a bigger motor, because the other lake that I fish, it only has a speed limit. It doesn't have a horsepower restriction. So that one lake is holding me up, and I keep thinking to myself, do I really need to fish it next year? And that for as bad as that lake is, if I were to move away, even though, let's say I lived at Table Rock or something like that, I would still miss that mud hole. So I don't know if I could get a bigger motor and not fish that lake. And I thought about a kicker motor, but if I put 2 poles on there, there's not going to be a place for the motor. So I don't know. So most likely I'll stick with a 50, but I'm not sure really how it would run well on 185. So I might have to stick with a 75. I don't know. So something I'll have to talk about Tracker with. Can you do it yet? Steven, I plan on doing a review, buddy, on the truck. I guess not a review. I just want to do a video, like a tour of the truck. And then I want to do I've seen guys do videos like on 5 things like I hate about the truck, 5 things that I like about the truck. And then we'll just do a video on overall, if I like the truck or not. But I told you guys before, I guess it was a couple videos ago, I'm already thinking of the next truck just because now I'm working with that dealership. So if things work out well and we continue to do things, I think the next one I'm going to look at is the Power Wagon, because that truck, dude, it's manly, dude. It's manly. I love the Rebel, no doubt. I love the Rebel, but if you put them side by side, man, that Power Wagon, it's hot, dude. What's going on, Luke? You're late, brother. What's going on, Adam? Policy CR5, great square bills. On one of your vids, you spooled a blue braid. What kind is that? It's PC Fun Braid. I use that for a bracker. It's on Amazon. I think it's 550 yards for like $20. So it's still a decent braid, but it's a cheaper braid where you can go ahead and back your reels with it. Not sure I've ever heard you talk about jerkbaits floating or suspending, sinking. No, I don't do a whole lot of jerkbait fishing. I think the ones that I do have, I probably got a little of both, to be honest with you. I'm not sure. I don't even remember if the Megabass are floating or sinking. I'm sure you guys know on here. I don't even know. But I think I got a few of each as far as different brands go. I think I probably use the floating ones a little more often just because I'm a little more aggressive with them. But again, that's something I do a whole lot. I do it probably real late fall if I go to the power plant lakes, early spring. Other than that, I don't do it on the main lakes that I fish just because they're so dirty. I understand I have so many baits in my tackle box that I have rarely been used. I always go back to what I have confidence in. Exactly. Do confidence. Sometimes it hurts you too, just because you don't want to throw nothing else. I've caught 2 7-pounders in Illinois, one on Shelbyville and the other one at East Fork. Awesome, dude. Favorite casting reel you've ever used? I'm going to say Daiwa SV103. That reel is kind of like it's like a fine watch. Can you put a link for that bait in the comments? What bait are we talking about, dude? I don't forgot. Was it up here? Where we at? What bait were we talking about? Oh, the square bill, bomber square A. You can get them at I get them at oh, what's that called? Not Pradco. What's it called? LureNet? Is it LureNet? No. If you just type in bomber square A, it's going to take you to a different site. But you can get them there, or you can get them. I think Bass Pro has them. Tackle Warehouse doesn't have a lot of the colors, but bomber square A, it's only like a $4 bait. But I mean, it outfishes all my $10 to $15 square bills. Bomber square A. I got a square tied on for this coming week. Sorry, but I won't be at your lake. It said there's a $5 permit if you're out of state. Which, you know, I pay $100 for that permit, and that's way too much for as good as fishing it is. There's no way that I would ever pay $500. I'm in Illinois too. What are you using? Mainly square bills. That's the best about living close to Kentucky Lake. No horsepower or speed limit. Yeah, that's awesome, dude. Could you just trolling motor around that lake and not use the big motor? That's something I could ask. I really don't know. I don't know about that, dude. I just don't know why on lakes like that. I don't know why, even if you have a 75, I don't know why they just don't let you motor up and then just don't make a wake. You know, I mean, I'm sure it's too to keep a lot of people off the lake. Imagine like Coffeen. You know, I go to Coffeen once in a while, and they got a 25 horse power restriction on that lake, which I don't go there that often because of that restriction. But I can only imagine if they let everyone do that. I mean, half the time you go there, there's no parking. There's so many boats on that lake. So if they would let guys motor up and move around the lake and not wake, I mean, there would be twice as many boats there. It would get so much traffic. So I'm sure those restrictions are to keep people off the lake as well, just because, I mean, it keeps me off it just because I don't want to troll everywhere. And normally I go when it's colder, so I want to head to the dam. But if there's any wind at all, there's no way you're trolling there. You know, it's terrible. Check out Express Boats. My friend's Express aluminum boat rides dang near as good as my glass Triton 19. Okay, cool. Express Boats. Sweet. 2 power poles, all tracks, 2 sonars, 10,000. Now add a boat motor. Yeah, no kidding, dude. No kidding. Break out another 1,000. A good thing would be, though, my boat, I think I owe like $1,000 or $2 on my boat. So if I sell my boat for, I don't know, 8, 9, 10 grand, something like that, you know, I'll be have money to put down on it. So that'll help too. The 2 biggest bass I caught were on chatterbait, so I believe a chatterbait is becoming my go-to bait. If not a chatterbait, then a spinnerbait would be next. Just need to work on my scribble game. That's right, dude. You get that scribble game down, man, you'll be a threat. Anyone just tuning in, last time I'll say this, little giveaway, anyone that donates, Vile Craw, Vile Bug, Plasma Tail, Trick Shots, Big Bite Baits, Creature Baits, and then we got 2 packs of Bullet Weights and Green Pumpkin. Let's see here. I've been super happy with my Lumacraft Prowler. That's cool. The spinning jerk baits are what works in my waters here. Are you still backing reels with Braid? Yeah, Russ, I am, dude. I did a video a couple weeks ago, and I showed you the full process. And I tell you what, when I did spool up the what's it called? The Shimano I got. What's it called? It's got the chip in it. I don't even remember the name of it now. Corrado. Hold on, let me get it. I had to blow it all out with a compressor when I got home because this is one of the reels that got soaked on the lake the other day. What's it even called? The DC. This is the only reel here that I did not back because I'm not sure really how far it'll cast. So I didn't want to put on only 50, 60 yards of fluorocarbon and it cast past that. So this reel here, I did not back. This is 12-pound test in VizX. So it's a full spool of 12-pound test in VizX. And when I spool up the Concept Z, that's another one. I think it only holds like 110 yards. Again, that's another one. I'm not really for sure how far it's going to cast. So that one I'm going to spool up with all fluorocarbon as well. But something you can do is, let's say next season you want to respool. You can just go out to the lake, you know, let's say you're going to put your gear away for the wintertime. when you know it's your last day, make a cast as far as you can, then pull out another, I don't know, 5 or 10 yards, cut that line off. That was all the line that you've used. The fluorocarbon that's left on there, you can go ahead and just tie to that, if you don't want to use braid backer, or you can flip-flop it like I showed in another recent video. So you do have options if you do decide to spool your full spool with all fluorocarbon. But yeah, there it is right there, 12 pound. That's the only one that I have not backed. I have a Mercury 50 Mercury on a 2005 Bass Tracker 185. It will go 28 with me only and 25 with 2. 3 total. Who will? Okay, cool, dude. That is awesome, dude. I'm happy with 28. My boat, be honest, I mean, I carry a lot of crap in it. But my 175, before I propped it, it was only going like 29-30 with the stock prop. That's all it was doing. And now that I got a 4-blade 13 pitch on it, stainless, now it's going about 35. But yeah, dude, if I get 25 out of 185 with the 50 horse, I'd be more than happy with that. I don't fish big enough lakes to really need to go fast. But if I could have a bigger boat, have more room, dude, I'm good with that, man. On a Texas rig, on my creature or craw, would you use a worm tungsten weight or flipping weight or casting? You can use either. I mean, I got a video on one or the other. If you're pitching, if let's say you got it pegged and all that, if you're pitching, flipping, and they get the weight in their mouth, the ones that are the flipping weights, you notice they're tapered on both sides, and that really doesn't let them lock down on it. So if you think that you're doing something where they may get that weight in their mouth, use the flipping weights. But I mean, really, that's not going to happen that often. That is really the reason between both of them. And a flipping weight with having both tapered, it comes in and out of cover much better. So you can use either one. I mean, don't go out and buy a special weight if you don't want to. If you have one or the other, use them. But the benefits of the flipping weights, again, they come in and out of cover better. They can't clamp onto them as easy. But again, you can still drag with them. You can still pitch with them just like you can with a worm weight. But that is the benefits to the flipping weights. That's a tough predicament right there, brother. I feel like you should make your decision based upon what boat is going to allow you more happiness fishing where you love. Yeah, it's a tough one, though, dude, because that lake is just, it's getting tougher and tougher. And I know if I fished a different way, I could catch more fish on that lake. It's just not how I want to fish. And it used to be so good fishing how I like to fish. It's changing, more and more pressure getting on that lake. There's a few FLW pros that fish that lake. So, I mean, I don't know. It's definitely not helping the lake for sure. Do you frog much, or do you just prefer buzz toads? Yeah, I rather throw, if I'm going to throw a topwater frog, I'd rather throw a rage toad. It's just how I like to fish. If I do throw a hollow belly, I mean, I got quite a few that I use, but my favorite would probably be, I don't even say my favorite, but a good standby, one that I use a lot, would be the Spro. All right, Chuck, I respect your opinion. I really do, but I am a Chevy man, retired from GM, and love them. I clicked on the Dodge truck link to support you, but, well, I wouldn't trade my Chevy for 10 Dodges. Dude, it's all cool, brother. All cool. Appreciate you clicking the link. All good, dude. I tell you what, I've never been one to like really look at brands and all that, as far as Chevy, Dodge, GMC, and all that. I had what did I have first? My first car was Chevy Cavalier. I sold that, and I bought a brand new Camaro, 2000 Camaro Z28. From there, I went to an S10. Then my wife wanted a Jeep. So that's when we went to a different dealership for a Jeep, somebody that carried a Jeep. So at that time, we were about to have, we're having kids in? No, I think I just wanted a bigger truck. So I got a Dakota. And the only reason I got the Dakota because we were at that dealership when she was getting the Jeep. So I just got the Dodge. And then we had kids, and the car seat wouldn't fit in back of the Dakota. So then I went to the local dealer, which is Caston's right in town. And one of the last trucks they had on the lot, like at the clearance sale, was the Ram that I had before the Rebel. So again, I've never been like, I never cared which one I'm driving, But I had the Dakota, which was perfect. I had no issues with the Dakota. Then I had my old Ram that was a 2007. So I had that for 10, 12 years. No issues at all. Not one oil leak. I mean, you could eat off the motor. It was an awesome truck. So then that's why I got another Ram, because I had such great luck with that Ram. So again, didn't really matter to me. But since I had the Ram, it did well. I went with another Ram. So And whatever you like, dude, it don't matter to me, man. Might not throw everything, but man, it sure is fun just buying new baits. Have more than yeah, dude, it is. It's a bad habit, but you know what? It's fun. How do you like the zero adjust on the new Tatula 100? I haven't used it yet. That's one I have not. I haven't spooled that one up yet. I haven't spooled up the Z, and I haven't spooled up the Fuego either. Them three I need to spool up. All right, Nathan, you found it? Yeah, it's only like $4. My go-to color was Tennessee Shad, and that one got discontinued. So the chartreuse blackback, the red craw, they got sexy shad. Those are kind of my go-tos now. Ever use a tungsten weight that has a rib for a skirt? Cool idea. No, I haven't used one. I know what you're talking about, but I haven't used them. Toyota over Chevy. Toyota was my second choice. I like the look of the Tundras after the Rams. Ram was definitely my first. Little Square A is the very first hard bait I purchased when I was young. Bought 4 of them with my allowance and remember slaying bass on them. I've got every color they have nowadays. Worth it, man. Yeah, dude, they're awesome, man. We have a 5 mile per hour limit on most of our smaller lakes. Engine size, not a limit. Oh, okay, cool. Now, there's a lake that I used to fish in Pygmyville that I forget what the restriction was, but if you had a bigger motor, you could still idle around and not make a wake. I just wish other lakes would do that. But that lake did, though. That was pretty cool. Man, Matt, definitely need to get some talons on my rig. Gonna shoot for 2 talons. Help on those windy days and when you're on a good spot. Yeah, the thing about the talons, too, is nice that you can get those folding brackets on them. So I do like that option as well. I mean, the poles, to me, they look cooler. I like how they go down and all that. I mean, I'd rather have power poles, but there's just no room with those pumps. You know, you'd have less weight on your transom with power poles just because the pump weight and all that is actually in the boat. But if you can't fit them, you can't fit them. So if I cannot fit poles and a few batteries in the back of the new boat, I'm definitely going to have to get talons. Need to head to bed. You all have a good night. All right, Doug, appreciate you tuning in, brother. Was that the peanut butter and jelly vial bug? I love that color. No, that was old June bug. PBJ is not offered in the vial bug yet. It's in the vial craw, not the bug. What is a bait you never use that you want to try? Probably bigger swim baits like the Gantriel, just something like that. You know, I don't have a whole lot of confidence in bigger swim baits yet, but that would be something that I want to try, just bigger swim baits. That reel, if you don't like it, I can sell to you. Love the DC. Good night. I don't want to say your name wrong. I don't even want to say that wrong. Good night, though. I have a 6.6 medium casting rod with 6.3 reel. What lures would you recommend throwing on it? By the way, love your tackle unboxing and lures you showcase. 6.6 medium casting rod. I would like to know the action of the rod before I can tell you what I use it on. If it's a fast action rod, I would use it for, you know, spinner baits and chatter baits. You could use it for Texas rigs, things like that. If it's a slower action, I would use it for crankbaits and topwaters, jerk baits, things like that. 6.6, I would imagine it's got a faster action to it. So, but that would be a good all-around combo for, you know, just look at the weight rating on there. I mean, when I use a medium power rod for, or a medium heavy power rod, I would use for a medium, just lighter weights. So if I'm going to throw, let's say I'm going to throw a half-ounce spinnerbait, I would throw it on, you know, a medium heavy. If I'm going to throw a quarter, then you can throw it on a medium. So you can kind of throw the same baits on both combos, just in lighter weights. I love your explanation on using braid back for saving money. Very simple and easy to understand. Yes, sir, Chuck. I'm a jerk bait. It's all you need, huh? What's up, Kip? I'm using mono as backer and braid as my top. That works too. I used mono backer for years. You know, I didn't believe the whole braid backer deal. You know, I heard, like I said, I heard Aaron Martin's talking about it for a while, and other guys were doing it. And, you know, I was like, you know what, I'm going to try this. And sure enough, I mean, it really does work. But I mean, mono works just as good. It's all about saving money. But if you're looking for just a little more distance, go with the Braid. Oh, good, he's back. I don't know how anybody would catch fish with dynamite because you're blowing them up. God, you're a moron. No, I haven't used Guggen Baits yet. Amazon, cool. All right, since we're almost done with the stream, just in case I do end the stream, let's see if I can get rid of this fool. Say I just held it. I don't see no options coming up. See, none comes up. Maybe you got to do it on the computer. I'm on the phone. Hey, Beck, if you're up there watching, sometimes you're on the computer. Dr. Skeletor is a moron. If you could get rid of that fool, I'd appreciate it. Sometimes she's up there on the computer and she can go ahead and get rid of these ass clowns. I mean, not really saying anything wrong. He doesn't even make any sense. But I know it's annoying you guys too, so we'll try and get rid of him if we can. Why don't you go play with your Barbies, Dr. Skeletor? See what old Phantom's doing. I guess some legs tried. The no wake people abuse it. Yeah, I'm sure that's probably what it is too, dude. The water is going down, so we might be able to make our trip soon, I hope. I believe this Friday, me and my wife just checked the Jungle Boogie, actually, earlier today. I think this Friday is not. I don't think it's a good band this Friday, so maybe this Friday would work. I don't know. I'll have to check it out. See if Watts is free. What rod do you use for frogging and what reel gear ratio? A 7-speed reel or an 8-speed. I use a 7. You can use 8 just fine. And for, let's see, what rod I use. I like more open water frogging. I like a 7-foot. It's a heavy power, moderate action to it. Alrighty, guys, we've been on here about an hour and a half. I think we're going to call it a day. We're caught up here. Looks like we had a couple clowns in here, so I think we're going to call it a day. Let's do here a couple more, just a couple more minutes. We'll get off at 35 minutes. So 3 minutes, and we're out. 3 minutes, and we are out. But yeah, guys, keep a lookout for Tuesday's video. I think it's a pretty funny video. Not a ton of action in it, but it's a funny video. Then Thursday's video is the rematch with my wife. Then the following Tuesday video will be the boat cleanup. That's kind of what the title was of this video. I was out Friday fishing, and I just left the lake too late. Boat got, absolutely drenched on the way home. So that video is kind of be like the cleanup, what you should do if that happens to your boat. Clean everything out, open your boxes up and all that. That video will be out on the following Tuesday. So, all right, dudes, I tell you what, we're going to go ahead and get off here. You guys are awesome. Now, do me a favor. If you guys donated, okay, you have to look back when this video is published. Look back. The winner will be in the comments. Reply to me so I can get your shipping address and ship the baits out to you guys. But you guys are awesome. Thanks for tuning in. I really appreciate all the support. Remember, watch the videos next week. We'll see you guys live next Sunday. See you guys.